This is my first stoop sit of the season.
I like it out here.
Yeah, I know, me too. Tony and I always used to like to come and sit out here, and we'd come out at night, and we'd kind of watch the block settling down. Except last year we sort of didn't shoot.
Well, that won't last forever.
If I were taking bets on our relationship, I wouldn't have a clue as to the odds.
I know the feeling.
You know, I sat here and I watched BJ learn how to roller skate. Right over there. And I used to sit here and I used to watch Lucas, and he'd ride his tricycle. You know, it's a funny thing about those tricycles. They got those big plastic wheels, and they go scraping along the pavement.
Yeah, they don't make tricycles like they used to.
They don't make anything like they used to, including marriage.
I don't know about that. I think couples have always frustrated each other, disappointed each other.
And hurt each other. But then that's why you get people like Kevin, you know? They help you work through whatever the heck it is you're supposed to be working through.
Life.
Yeah, life. You got that right, pal.
Have I told you how much I appreciate you listening to me? I can't tell you how good it is to have someone who knows me and Monica and isn't afraid to tell me the truth, even though they know I'm going to hate it.
Well, you've done the same for me. Often.
I hope we can keep it up.
I certainly intend to.
Well, I better get going home.
Yeah, I guess I better go inside. I want to watch my son sleeping. Here's some truth for you, Alan. Whatever you may think about your emotions, what you're doing for Monica and Paige is really fine. So you hang in there.
I'm going to try.
I see you.
Good night, Bobby. I didn't think you'd be awake.
I didn't think you'd be out so late.
I had some drinks with Bobby.
Oh, that's nice. Well, it's been some evening.
Some evening, how?
You'd better sit down for this.
Oh, boy. Lay it on me.
Your youngest, stalwart, sensible son has flown off in a company jet to Paris with Keisha Ward.
How's Keisha's family with all this?
They're probably more concerned than we are.
Not surprised. I mean, I'm worried, but if it was my daughter, not my son... Oh, my God, what a sexist remark that is.
Sexist, racist. Are we? I've searched my soul, Alan. I don't think there's racial prejudice here. I'm truly afraid for them.
Me too. You know, the world's made very big strides, but an interracial couple, my goodness, that's tough.
I think of Jason as being the most dependable person I know. He's not only smart, but he thinks before he makes a move.
I know he does, but I gotta tell you, love wreaks havoc with the intellect.
Boy, does it ever. Oh, this feels good.
You'll never know how good this feels.
So, how are things with Bobby?
Well, we talked mostly about you.
Me or the wellness group?
Both. You know what she told me?
Hmm.
She told me to stand by your side and lend you all my support.
Bless her heart. She really is a pal. What did you say?
You may not want to hear it.
No, I do. What?
I said it would be difficult to stand by your side. It was occupied at the moment.
I'm sorry. I really hate having you feel that way about Paige.
I do too. I can't help the way I feel, Monica.
Emily, is everything all right?
Sorry to bother you, but could you come talk to my mother?
Absolutely.
Mr. Bailey's platelet count is dropping like a stone.
Let's switch him to Tegretol.
Got it.
Good morning, Dr. Quartermain. Nurse Bobby.
Good morning, Miss Coe.
I could not let this day go by without some acknowledgement of its importance. So, this is for you.
A red rose to match the red dress. It's a lovely memory. I cherish it. This is really very sweet. Thank you.
Excuse me. Did I miss something here?
Today's the anniversary of our anniversary.
How sweet. I'd check it for thorns if I were you. See you.
Bye, Nurse Bobby.
This is really very, very nice. What do you got up your sleeve, Lucy?
It's just my arm. I wanted you to know that while being Mrs. Dr. Quartermain had its wonderful moments, I really like the current state of affairs I'm in. Kevin is absolute bliss. And a long time ago, I did come to terms, you know, with the fact that Monica stealing you back from me was sort of written in the stars. And now everything in the universe and everyone, we're all in our proper places and all in order. And I think that's a big cause for celebration.
Well, good for you. And good for Kevin.
So, how are you and Monica?
As well as could be expected.
Well, I want you to know I'm rooting for both of you. And I don't want to have lost you for nothing.
Well, I appreciate that. And I wish you every happiness.
Well, thank you, sir. So, happy anniversary.
Dr. Scott Palmer, obstetric staff. Dr. Scott Palmer, obstetric staff.
Hey, how'd it go?
Well, the patient's fine, but I'm feeling as wilted as Lucy's rose right there. Ellen, what was all that about, if I may ask?
The new Lucy. God bless Kevin Collins.
Forgive me if I don't buy it. What's new at home?
Well, Paige has decided to stay. She's decided to stay.
You okay with that?
Not going to be easy.
Yeah. It's a lot for a family to go through, watching a woman die.
The hardest part will be watching Emily deal with her loss.
Well, I recommend you all celebrate as much as possible while you can.
Celebrate? Would you like to give me an example?
You know, celebrate the fact that you're no longer married to Lucy.
Honestly, Bobby, it's nice to think of her with some fondness and a sense of victory. You know, it's like I've lived through this terrifying but very exciting hurricane, and I survived. Hey, are you working half days again?
For the sake of my aching feet, don't come up with anything else for me to do.
Actually, I'm leaving in a few minutes myself. I was wondering, would you like to come over to the house and have a drink, if you're not too exhausted?
Certainly. Well, now that is something for which I can definitely summon strength.
Well, that'd be wonderful. I know Monica would like to see you. She's isolating herself. She's so hung up with Paige and Emily.
Well, I'd love to see Monica. I miss her.
Good. I'll see you there.
Dr. Pope, please call the fourth floor nurse. Dr. Pope, please call.
I made it.
Ah, there he is. Hey there. My, that is the saddest little boutonniere I've ever seen in my entire life. What's so funny?
It's Lucy. It's a reminder of our anniversary.
Oh. Well, I think it's a testimonial to your character that you can still be cordial with Miss Coe. Mind. It's so huge.
It is.
Oh my, you know, I've
great.
seen these advertised. Oh, this is perfect.
Well, I'm told it's very hard to resist sleep when you're cuddled into this thing.
Thank you, Bobby.
Ah, you're welcome. And Emily, this is for you.
Me too?
Yeah, well, it's kind of a welcome to Port Charles gift.
cool. Lucky told me about the catacombs. Thanks.
You're welcome. Now I'm required to accompany this gift with appropriate warning about the dangers of the catacombs. You never go in there alone, and you never go in there without telling anybody.
Sounds like you've had some experience.
Well, actually, the catacombs have a special significance for me.
Hey.
What's the special significance?
Actually, that's a long story. I just had occasion to learn my way around down there.
Listen, if you want a tour of the catacombs, I'll be happy to take you.
I think she should call Lucky and Foster.
Well, you know, that's a very good idea, because they probably know their way around down there better than anybody, except for maybe Luke.
Are you doubting my expertise as a spelunker?
Well, I never actually pictured you in that role, Dr. Quartermain.
Are you kidding?
I think having a 12-year-old is going to be very good for him.
I want to tell you, I have a lot of underground experience from my days in college, a lot.
What was your favorite cave?
Yes, Alan, what was your favorite cave?
Well, it wasn't exactly a cave. It was the old steam tunnel in the administration building at the university.
Uh-oh. I think we're going to have to sit down for this. Ladies.
Are you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Every Thursday night after happy hour at the local pub, my roommate and I would go into the steam tunnels. We considered it to be the height of adventure, except there was an obstacle in this, and the obstacle was me because, you see, I was so big, and my roommate Seth was so little. He was the coxswain of the rowing team, maybe 5'7", lean and wiry. So Seth, little Seth, would lead Big Al into the steam tunnel, and I would follow him on my hands and knees, and then on my belly, and I'm crawling along on my belly, and then all of a sudden, I'm stuck.
Were you scared?
I am telling you, I was terrified. I never knew the meaning of the word claustrophobia until that moment, and I started bellowing like a cow. And Seth, he kept going down the tunnel. He didn't think there was anything wrong. He thought I was fooling around. He got about 100 yards down, and then all of a sudden he realized it was for real. He started inching his way backwards, you see, because he couldn't even turn around in the tunnel. So he came back the whole 100 yards, and you have to remember that we were both loaded. And he kicks me in the head. It doesn't make any difference. I cannot move.
Well, what happened?
My spirit still haunts the tunnel. No, seriously, no kidding. So he crawls back out the correct direction, goes and gets my other roommate, Mark. They come around the back side. They put ropes around my ankles, and they start pulling, and I start pushing, and finally, they hauled me out.
And I think the moral of this story is, Emily, call Lucky.
But you can come with us.
Thank you.
Oh, go get your mother some water.
I'll call the hospital.
Okay? Hey, you gotta take a deep breath. Oh.